All right, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Help with Natalie Cuomo. Super excited for today's episode. We have comedian, musician, podcaster, friend, and lifesaver, Lauren Des Leroux. How are you?
So fabulous. Thank you for having me. This rules. It's cold in here. That's all I need. Really good.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. This is awesome.
The first thing about Lauren is she brought me this shirt, and this is important because I was walking around all day wearing this godforsaken bodysuit.
Not ideal.
Ideal.
It is 91 degrees, but
it's very hot out, and I was wearing it for a photo shoot, and I was trying to look, cute.
Yeah, and you did.
I threw it on.
Yeah,
but does the thing fit?
It was mini. I'll give that to you.
It was petite.
It was really little.
And I was walking around.
Great.
We were pouring out of the thing.
But we love that.
We do.
We love that.
We do, but it was too much. And now I've got my my shirt on.
Yeah.
And I've never felt happier.
My mother's shirt from Miami.
Shout out to Lauren's mom.
Yeah. Yeah, we're comfy now. We're good. We're working with it.
We're comfortable. We're with our friend.
Yeah, finally, right?
Finally, we're with our friend.
In a safe space.
We've got a comfy shirt.
We want. Yeah. You seem really stressed out.
It was a long day. I mean, I made some promo videos. I did a podcast, another podcast. I did a photo shoot, and now I'm here with you.
Yeah.
And now I'm happy.
Big full day.
So Lauren, how are you? How was your day?
I'm great. It was really busy, but all good stuff. We're both really working hard on our shit. What a time to be alive, honestly. It's really great.
Lauren is one of the coolest people. I'm so lucky that I got to know you. So
me too.
Some of you might recognize Lauren. She popped on my stream to play some Mario Kart.
I did, and that was a thrill.
Whoop some of your asses. Pardon my French.
I guess so. I guess I did. I forgot that I did well because traditionally I do not do well with video games, but it was a great time. And you are such a good streamer. People think that streaming is easy or not involved. You're quote unquote just playing video games, but you're not. You're doing 100 things at once and you're talking to everybody and making sure that there's a conversation going and that everything is cool digitally and also playing a game at the same time. It's awesome. It's a really cool thing to do. It's my first time ever streaming a video game, a Twitch thing. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is
fun.
a lot. It's so much fun.
It's fun to do with a friend too. It's a whole different vibe.
Yeah, and it was fun to meet the people that love you the most online.
It's a good family. I love my
really
stream.
Are. They're so sweet and cool and nice.
And it's fun introducing them to my friends, my mom. I'm just oh my God, you guys, you have to meet my friends.
Yeah.
So I was just telling them about our last little excursion. So
yeah.
Lauren, we got chicken nuggets, late night chicken nuggets. And anyway, I'm just excited to have you here. So,
me too.
Lauren, you have a podcast that you just put out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about this new project because I'm so excited for you about this.
Sure. Thank you. It's called Lauren's Dream House. It's my solo podcast. I've always wanted something where I can just kind of go off. I call it a video diary. So, I had my sister on and that's kind of a one-off guest situation, but it's mostly just me venting hard about everything. So it's it kind of started it was supposed to be funny, 100% funny. And then I realized over time that if I want to get to all the things that I want to talk to, if I actually want to do something that really matters, it's going to be funny, but it's also going to be kind of serious and kind of informative or ranty or bullshit or whatever. So it's been cool. It's we're 6 episodes in as of yesterday and I love it. And the feedback that I'm getting is it warms my heart and it's the best thing ever. I just love having my own show finally.
So if you had to sum up the dream house, I feel it should be the dream house.
Yeah.
In
Lauren's dream house.
3 words, what would you say?
That's hard.
I feel the first word could be bathtub.
Yeah.
There is a bathtub episode where you are in a bathtub, which is brilliant.
Thank you.
A whole podcast episode where Lauren does a whole podcast from her bathtub.
I'm putting you in the tub. Best believe I'm going to take you and I'm going to put you right in my tub.
That's where you belong. What inspired this? A whole episode from your tub.
I'm going to keep doing that. I love doing shit in my tub. It's like... growing up, like doing filmmaking stuff, you know, like I've done like experimental film for like 10 years. Sometimes like the only way to impress other classmates is like to just shoot in a weird place that makes people uncomfortable. So like in high school or even middle school with like little camcorders, I would shoot in the bathtub and people would be like, wow, that's crazy that you did that. And I'd be like, it's not really that big of a deal. Like everyone has a bathtub. But over time, I just grew to like the way that the light bounces off the walls. Like I have nice tiling in my bathroom, so everything looks really shiny and clean. I do keep it clean. And it's also like private because when I'm alone doing the podcast, like in my apartment and I live alone, it's just kind of nice to like close yourself in a little bit and feel like you're in like a clubhouse and just doing like a stream of consciousness thing. So yeah, I guess silly is a good word. If I could make stream of consciousness a word, then that, you know, would be one
stream
other element. Yeah. And I don't, personal. I talk about everything, and like that's good, I think, because people want to know the truth. Like if you're going to do a podcast, no one really wants to hear you like bullshit. If you're going to do it alone, no one wants you to just like be fake the whole time. So I've been talking about like my past and like mistakes I've made and bad things that I've done. And unfortunately, my family members keep finding the podcast and being like, I had no idea. I cried the whole time. You know, so I get as personal as I possibly can without, you know, making my parents kill themselves.
Yeah. How do you deal with that? Like, I think, man, a lot of comedians, it's so funny because, you know, actually recently, I mean, I've had to deal with a lot of family members being upset about my jokes or my content. Recently, I was so upset that a family friend of mine was in town and didn't say anything to me for like, they were here for like months. And I was so upset about it. And then I had a thought, I was like, you know, maybe it's possible they saw something that I did online or didn't like it. And and instead of like going to the insecure place that I usually go, I really had to go to this like fuck it place.
Yeah, you do.
But
you do.
How do you cope with it? Because it's such a challenging thing to deal with because it's so important to talk about your truth as a comic. How do you deal with that?
It's just like, would you rather know the truth or would you rather not? Like, I'm at a point now where I've always been like afraid to divulge the truth of my life because I love my parents. I'm very close with them. I have their anniversary tattooed on my finger. Like all my tattoos, like in some way have like something to do with my family. And I was always afraid of them knowing the truth. And then after a while, I was like, I'm at my best when I'm truly being honest. And I told my parents like before, I was like, look, I'm 26. Like, this is not only the truth, but like it's how other people are going to connect to me. Like, because other people maybe are going to hear and maybe not make the same mistakes or maybe see that they're fucking up and like decide to turn things around like I did. And that's meaningful to me. So I was like, you're not going to like what you hear at all, like most of the time, but it is what it is. So I'm like, I'll tell you what episodes to watch, what episodes not to watch. Please respect me when I say don't watch them, because I told my parents not to watch the tub one, and then my grandma found it. And she was, you know, crying the whole time because it was like, you know, there were a lot of details that wouldn't want my 78-year-old grandma to know about me and, you know, old habits and whatever. But it's just, I don't care anymore. I'm like, I'm an adult. Like, you got to let me just talk. Like, I've never killed anybody. I've never done anything bad to other people. I've only done bad things to myself. So like, now that you know that I'm healthy and I'm okay, and like, you know, I take drug tests for my parents all the time just to like prove to them that I am serious and that I am okay. And, you know, that this isn't all just like an act of recovery and stuff. But yeah, it's like you got to just be okay with it or just don't watch it. But I got to do me. I got to live my life. You go around once, you know.
I think that's great. That's a great segue to the best advice you've ever received.
It is. I actually have two answers for this, if that's okay. One of
No.
Yeah. Is the podcast over? I'm so sorry. Do we have to go? The prettiest girl in school is yelling at me.
No.
No. Okay, so one really important piece of advice is that like jealousy is a cancer.
Ooh.
You cannot waste a second of your energy being jealous about anyone's circumstances or life or the opportunities that they get. It is a 100% waste of time. And there have been a lot of people that I've spent time with over the years who would kind of like, they'd be working on their own stuff, but they would like literally spend more time complaining about how other people got better opportunities than them, being quote unquote less talented or whatever. Like the only thing that matters is the work that you do and how hard you work. And that's the only thing you have control over. And there's, you can compare yourself to other people to try to fuel your own fire and make your life better. And that's, if it's serving you and not hurting somebody else, then that's okay. Because that's barely jealousy. That's like, constructive growth, I guess, in a way. But jealousy is a complete waste of time. And I mean, I'm sure you know this, like people are like, oh, she's so pretty. She only gets things because she's pretty or because of whatever connections. And it's like, first of all, not true. You're hysterical. You work your fucking ass off more than anybody that I've met, like, I mean, you're in like the top 5 hardest working people in comedy that I know. And that is what people don't see, like the work that you put in. And everyone who complains is literally doing nothing. Like they're not doing anything to further their own career and they're just wasting their time. So that's one thing. Like you can't ever be jealous. And I would always, especially like growing up, I would like say jealous things or like, why did she get this and I didn't? Because like my friend, she was on American Idol when I was like she got to drop out of middle school. We were in middle school. And she was like on American Idol and touring the country. And I was like, why does she get to do that and I don't? And like the real answer was like, my parents couldn't quit their jobs and like tour with me. You know what I mean? They would have given me any opportunity that I could get. But like, the circumstances were my circumstances. And my mom is like, jealousy is nowhere bullshit. Like, it doesn't matter how much you complain about what she has or what she gets to do. It changes nothing about her opportunities. And it doesn't do anything to further yourself along. And the positivity is what actually disseminates and like what really does come back to you. If you're positive to other people and you're rooting other people on, you're supporting people like in a real way, not in a fake way, but in a real way, then you get that back. You get all of the positivity back, but you get all the negativity back too. And that'll kill you. And that's a waste of time. So jealousy is nowhere bullshit. And also, the second one is the best comedy advice that my mom ever gave me, or that anyone ever gave me, came from my mom, funny enough. She's not a comic. No one's mom is a comic, but unless you're Bonnie's daughter or something, right? Like, whose mom is a comic, right? But one time I was in a car with my mom, and my mom said something, and I knew that there was like a joke, like rebuttal to what she said. I don't know how old I was. I was really young. And it took me like a couple seconds to figure out like the comeback. And so I delivered it in too slow of a period of time. And my mom was like, she literally like turned around in the car and she was like, if you want to be funny, you're going to have to be quicker than that. And I was like, oh my God, like she's right. And then everything, literally every thought I've had after that, whether it was like gonna bomb or not in conversation, I've just always trained my reflexes to just be quick. So that has helped me like sharpen myself over time, just like be as quick and witty and clever as possible, because like timing is everything. And she taught me that, crazy enough.
Those are 2 great pieces of advice.
Thank you. You don't need them.
I've learned so many things. Okay.
Maybe other people will use them.
I think that's true about the jealousy. I feel like I don't even know where I would have time to know what other people are doing.
That's
like,
the best way to live.
Like
yeah.
if you have time to even know what people are doing enough to be jealous of them, like you're doing it wrong.
Correct.
Like I don't even know where you'd find the time in the day. That's very good advice.
100%. It's such a waste of time. It's so like ugly too. Jealousy makes you ugly,
especially in relationship. Like even outside of comedy, like if you're dating someone and you let that jealousy like crawl in, it's the most unattractive fucking thing in a relationship.
Yeah,
it's like
is.
If like I'm dating a guy and they're jealous of another guy, I'm like, I wasn't even thinking of that guy as attractive until you started being jealous of him. Now he's kind of fucking hot.
Yeah, because he's not the complaining one.
I know, like it's
so embarrassing, and like unfortunately, it is like less attractive on dudes. Like when dudes are super jealous, you're like, that's disgusting. But when girls are jealous, I feel like guys kind of think it's a little hot because it feels not. I mean, it's gross if you're jealous to the extent where you're like, give me your phone, like that kind of stuff. But if you're like, if you go to a guy and you're like, is there something going on there? I think depending on the guy, that the guy would be like, oh no, but like, am I hot enough that you think that all these girls are fighting over me? Like,
but that's because they're insecure.
Correct.
Yeah,
And
it's like that's a little dip of validation that they're getting.
Yes, it's very sad.
So
yeah. Oh, we've been doing a lot of tongue action between us, and I don't mean fucking.
Another thing you said that stood out to me, and this was a little bit back. You have your parents' anniversary tattooed, and it's funny because my parents are divorced, but my favorite photo of them is R.I.P. is a photo of them together, and like I almost like love this photo. It's my mother sitting on my dad's lap. And I used to beg my parents to get divorced because we lived together and they hated each other. So I would always be like, get divorced. Like, I hate this. Like, I hate this. Stop fighting. Just fucking get divorced. Like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I would always like scream at them, like, get divorced. I can't live in this house with you guys fighting for years. Like, I hated it. But I have this photo of my mom sitting on my dad's lap before I was even born because they were together for 7 years before I was born.
Whoa.
And it's like my favorite photo ever. And it's the only photo of them that I would like hang up. Yeah. And it's almost like an act of rebellion. Like, I'm hanging up this photo of you guys in love.
Remember how your marriage failed, idiot?
But it's like, I almost want to, I don't even know if I know their anniversary date. Like, I think I do.
What do you think it is?
I think it's my mom's birthday.
Oh.
Because she doesn't like attention that much. So she would like
double up.
Yeah. But I almost would want to get that because it's like even more. It's like
tattooed on you.
Yeah, dude, that's so awesome.
On your back.
Tramp stamp.
Oh. It's like, well, you're hitting it from behind. Here's the reminder of how you got here. Never forget where you came from.
Dude, it's like my favorite photo. I mean, first of all, they look really happy, and I did love when they were happy, and they do get along really well now and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they still had like a relationship.
Well, yeah, they do still get along, and like, you know, they're friendly. Yeah. But obviously that took like years to get to, but it's just it's so funny because I was obsessed. I'm still like love this photo of them for some reason.
How long were they married?
Like 7 years before they had me, and then, you know, they got separated kind of like in 5th grade, but my mom moved out when I was in 12th grade. Okay. So, and then
that's rough.
It was like
high school.
It was long.
Yeah.
It was a long marriage for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Gave it a good try.
They gave it an old-fashioned
college try.
Old-fashioned college try.
Yeah. They didn't quite make it to college. They broke up when you were in high school.
An old-fashioned college try that didn't make it to college.
Correct. Yeah.
But I like that. I like that you have their
331.
331. Yeah. That looks like an address.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
But
it's not my address. No. People are like, what is that for? And I'm like, it's the amount of people I've killed.
I thought you were going to say banged.
It's
and I was like,
yeah, that too. Yeah, it's the amount of home runs I hit in college.
Hey. Man, college.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Great times. No, college blows.
I honestly just feel like if I understood the value of money before I went.
Correct. 100%.
Wouldn't have gone.
Well, yeah.
To that one.
Which one did you go to?
I went to Bard.
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah,
had like
mean,
a half scholarship, but it still was very, and I only went for 3 years because I'm smart, but I still like could have gone to a cheaper school for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're in high school and you like get that kind of opportunity and the scholarship, you're like, what am I going to turn it down? Like, it's impossible to say no to that.
And of course, it like makes you the person that you are and all of that stuff.
Did you live at school?
I lived there the first 2 years, and the last year I like lived off campus in a house that was ridiculous.
Same.
Like ridiculous, not in a good way.
Yeah. I got robbed hard. Yeah.
What happened?
In a house.
Where'd you go?
I went to Rutgers.
Oh, right. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that.
Yeah, I got robbed. I like my friends and I went to Mason Gross in Rutgers, which is like the conservatory part, you know, so like similar vibes. But I went for experimental film, and I lived like when I was in the dorms with all the jazz musicians and stuff. So it was great because like I'm a musician, my dad's a musician. We're in a band together. We jam all the time. Like I love jamming with all of these other people, and I got to live in a house with a bunch of jazz musicians. So we were all like in my house jamming, and we had like a little roof spot, and it was just like the best when you're fucking 21 or whatever. I think I was 20 actually. And then we like were jamming and having like the best summer night, and then we went to a diner for like literally an hour, and we came back, and all the weed was off of the table, and I was like, that's weird. Like, where did it go? And then I was like, somebody probably just put it away, you know? And then my friend Lex goes into his room and he's like, did you take all my laundry quarters? And I was like, no. So then we were like, oh shit, Jake, who was like a person. Wow, I can't believe I said his name. That's hysterical. There's no way he's ever going to see this. But if you do, Jake, I'm sorry that I blamed the money being stolen by you because you didn't do it. Anyway, we were like, Jake stole all of our shit. And then I walk into my room, which had the lights off, and I take a step, and I step on a crowbar. And I was like, oh shit. And at the time, I collected a lot of garbage, like literal garbage
so Rutgers.
Yeah, to make shit out of, because I doubled in sculpture too. So I would always like collect fucking like raw material, like bars. And I was like, is this mine? And it wasn't. And then I realized that my camera was stolen, like a DSLR was stolen.
But why was there a crowbar? Because that's how he got in.
Got in, I guess, and then left it there. Yeah. And then the cops came. When the cops came, my dad also came. And they were like, they took an inventory of everything that was stolen, whatever. And since it was Rutgers, they were like, this happens all the time. There's nothing we could do. We don't care. And then they were like, let's check, you know, all these other doors to make sure that like no one's hiding in here. And they found out that someone was living in my attic and my basement, and we didn't know. There were literally 2 like fully grown secret men.
I don't like that. That's good. It's honestly, it's good that you got robbed because 100%. You could have gotten something worse by the secret men.
And they didn't even take the shit too, because that would be great if they were like little rats and they like went to the downstairs and they like took all of our shit and then went up. But
I don't like that at all.
No, but such a good college story.
I feel like I had my old roommate went to Rutgers and she had some funky stories like such.
What did she go for?
I couldn't tell you. She's an esthetician now, so I'm not sure.
They don't do that there. You do not do that there.
Well, I wouldn't be able to tell you. It's yeah.
Oops.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah. You want to just order food?
What are we gonna eat after this?
Do you want to? You have to run after, right?
No,
I'll come with you.
It's at 8:30.
Oh, perfect. We got perfect. We are gonna eat. I wish we were streaming now, because then we could ask your people what to eat.
What should we eat? We could do a poll.
Yeah.
A simple poll.
What should we eat?
Oh my God. Okay. So I literally, you know, yesterday I was texting you as it was happening, but I got a ticket yesterday as I was
I'm so mad at you.
As I was getting pizza. I was admiring so I've realized something. I realized that I'm not attracted to a man that spends more than 10 minutes looking in the mirror that day.
100%.
So if you spend more than 10 minutes looking in the mirror, you're too beta for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. If you're into like you know, if you're into that, that's cool. Like, if you're into that, like, that's your thing. But I like a dirty motherfucker.
Dirty bitch. Yeah.
I want you to be nasty.
Yeah. The worse the smell, the better.
Dude, I want a nasty motherfucker. Like,
me too.
I do. That's why in Manhattan, I can't find anyone. Like, everyone that comes to my shows in the city, I just look at the audience and I'm like,
you all showered. Disgusting.
I look at them and they're so clean cut. Like, I don't want a clean cut person.
No.
I want a nasty fuck. I need to go.
You're horny and hungry, and we got to solve both of these issues today.
I'll see myself out. Yeah. So I was getting a slice of pizza, and I was like, maybe it's a Jersey. Maybe it's a cop.
The person.
Maybe it's a cop. So it's like maybe, and I'm looking at these cops while I'm waiting for my pizza, and I was like, maybe cops are hot.
Oh, cops are hot.
Maybe cops are hot.
Undoubtedly. There's that, like, the man in uniform thing is a real thing.
And as I was looking at these
and
cops.
guns rule.
And I was looking at them. I got my pizza. And then I go out to my car. And, of course, there's a cop giving me a ticket. So, yeah. But it was a female cop. I did tell the story on my stream last night.
Jealousy is ugly, lady cops.
But yeah, she was furiously writing a ticket.
What an asshole.
But the male cop, he was like, I didn't want to give it to you. It was not the one from the pizza place. He was not.
And you were like, oh, but could you give it to me?
He wasn't cute. He wasn't cute at all.
You said he was.
No, the three inside were handsome. The one outside was ite.
That's why they put him outside.
That's why
get ruined by the rain.
No, that's why they were able to pair him with the female partner.
Oh, yeah. There's gonna be no conflict here.
Turns out all the cops are listening to this. No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Blue lives matter, folks.
Anyway, it was just a shame. It was a $50 slice of fucking pizza.
Oh, no.
And then this morning, I fucking walked to my car. You wouldn't believe this. Another ticket. I forgot to move my car because of alternate side parking.
No.
I know.
Tuesdays in, I'm not going to say.
I know. So here I am just getting fucked in the ass over and over and over again and not getting fucked.
Wow. That's tragic. You need a better strategy. You know, you got to park where the hot cops have like jurisdiction, and then you got to wait in a bush. And then when they're about to come out and give you the ticket, you go, oh my God, did I leave my car in a spot that I can't be in?
But then the female cop is like, you did.
She's jealous. I'm telling you, jealousy is a cancer, ladies.
It's a cancer.
Be nice to Natalie. She's not doing anything wrong.
But it does fill your quota.
Your cancer quota. Everyone needs one kind of cancer.
I guess.
In their life.
For me, it's my mother. She's a Cancer. That's her astrology sign.
Love that. That's a good Cancer.
That's
when is Cancer?
It's June.
Just June?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, so here's else that I wanted to talk to you about.
Here's else that we want to talk about.
I need to talk to you,
please. We're
about
in a safe,
your
quiet
stand-up.
Yeah.
So I have some people here. They're listening. They're watching. And they're going, okay, I'm going to come see Lauren's stand-up. What am I to expect?
Honesty. It's like the same as my podcast, but more polished. Like, it kind of sounds like insulting when you put it in a way, like, not you, but I have said in the past that I don't like to be a gross girl because, like, there are... You know, like the stereotype of women in comedy is like, oh, my vagina. But there's like also nothing wrong with that. Like I've tried to unprogram myself over the years because I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that person's material. I just don't like it. And there's a way to be gross and funny. It just feels that a lot of the gross stuff is like a cop-out. I talk about my parents a lot in my act. Not really that much in my podcast, but... my favorite bits are about me and my dad because my dad and I are in a band together and everyone thinks that we're fucking because he picks up because it's written all over my face. No, it's like gross, but like we sing like these love songs to each other. And like because we love each other so much in like, you know, a normal dad-daughter way.
I'm triggered.
I feel like I'm over defending the relationship with my dad, but
No, we trust you.
It's just funny because every single show we do, they're like, is that your, it's like people are so like
Do you
worried.
call him daddy or dad?
Both? Depends.
Daddy is, so I did this show in Texas. There was a band. It was a dad and two girls, his two daughters.
Aww.
They're all barefoot and the daughters call him daddy. I don't like it. I don't like that.
If you're going to say daddy, you got to be wearing shoes. That's a rule. You got to have all your clothes on if you're going to be calling your dad daddy. Can we agree on that?
Well, I'd say socks. Some socks.
So, yeah, I mean, no free feet. Daddy's got to pay if he wants to see those toes.
At least no pedicure. At least let them toenails curl around.
Oh, they do be curling.
They leave a little imprint on your toe.
Oh.
And so satisfying to clip.
Oh.
But you've been in comedy for so long. You worked at the Stress Factory. You've always loved comedy. Like, when did you know that you loved comedy? What was it like working at the Stress Factory when you were younger? Like, give us a little insider info.
Totally. So, like, comedy, I've always seen, like, stand-up comedy has always been a way to kick my own ass mentally. I'm very much interested in challenging myself all the time. Mm-hmm. So I am a comedian, but I don't always do straightforward stand-up. I like doing sketch stuff, not like improv, but like stuff that's just a little more alty, you know? But I think that as a comic / comedian, because I do think that they're different things, like it is important to master both in your own way and just be as versatile as possible. So yeah, I started when I was 18 and did that until I was 21 and then stopped for 2 years because I was working at the Stress Factory and I got really kind of overwhelmed, number one, at like the schedule of it all, because when you work at a comedy club, you work during the hours that comedy shows are happening. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights. And there was like a pretty cool mics around Rutgers at the time that I would do like on Mondays or Wednesdays if I got cut, like things like able to squeeze it in, but I really wasn't doing much. And it was overwhelming because you just see all this brilliant, perfect talent all the time. And I was at a point where it was like scaring me instead of fueling me. And I've always been really good at motivating myself, but it just felt like, oh shit, like I don't even know where I fit into this. Like I felt too weird to be weird, and then too like not pretty enough to be like a hot girl comic, which is also something that I thought like you had to fit into if you were a girl. Like you either had to be like ugly or super hot, and that there's like nothing in between. And, you know, my self-esteem has gotten a lot better. I think I'm a goddamn dime.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got no problems here. But it was just weird for a little while. And then during the...
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful, too. That's why we're friends.
Yes.
To exchange hot back and forth into each other's mouths. But, sorry. Yeah, like I got back into it. I like got really drunk one night with my ex, and I was like, he was doing a show, and he was like, I bet you won't go and do a spot. And I was like, fucking do a spot right now. And then I did 10 minutes after not doing anything for like 2 years, and it ruled. So then I just jumped right back into it again. It was awesome. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it felt really good to go back. And then it was only stand up from then, like no weird sketch stuff. Maybe like one thing in 3 years have I done. Like I pretended to be Papa John once during the Papa John thing, and I ordered a bunch of Papa John's pizzas and I put them in my shirt, and every time someone heckled or said something in the audience, I took a slice and I threw it at them. And then some guy, he got mad because I stained his shirt, and he charged the stage, and I just kept bing, 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 bing with the pizza. Someone's got a video of it. I'll show it to you at some point. It's awesome. I did that in New Brunswick too. That was a really good time. Yeah. So sometimes I do both, but you know, I just do things that I feel like are challenging and interesting. So if I do stand up, you know, 5 nights a week, then it's because I'm fucking loving it. And if I take it, you know, I haven't been up in like 2 months. And to a lot of people that would be like I'm quitting stand up. But to me, I'm just like, no, like I'm working really hard on the podcast. I'm putting together a live show for October too, which I can't really talk that much about now, but like I've been working my fucking ass off. So like, you know, start doing stand up here and there and then get back into it once the season comes back in the fall, when tickets sell more, when people are more indoors. Like that's kind of where I get my energy back anyway.
One thing I really love and admire about you, and I wish more people had, is the way you trust yourself as an artist.
Oh, thank you.
So I feel like a lot of people have this thing where like, I'm not getting up enough. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And you're like, dude, I'm fine. Like I trust myself as an artist. I can take a month off and I know that I've been doing stand-up. I know that I'm a comedian. I don't need to fall into this cookie cutter thing that some other person has created for what a comedian is. And everyone is their own different type of artist and their own different type of person. And I love that you know that about yourself and you trust that about yourself. And I wish that more people were like that. So I really do admire that about you.
Thank you. I do think it's important, especially in the New York comedy scene where, you know, in order to be great, it is true. You do have to go up as much as possible. I'm not saying that I'm like special and I can go up once and be perfect. It's just that I am now at a level where I have a tight 20 and, you know, I would like more. I'm going to have more. Like that's all fine. But like if you take a tiny break to, you know, I changed day jobs recently, extremely overwhelming. You know, health problems. I had surgery in November and I took a little break too. And then I went back and that was really hard because I gained almost 30 pounds and like felt like dog shit and just didn't want to be on stage looking like that. So it's like you have moments where you got to take a step back and like forcing yourself to like put your face in your own shit like a dog is like not the way. Like why do you have to punish yourself all the time?
Why is that productive in any way?
It's not. Like if you want to take a break, then that's okay. You can take a break. But in this scene, people are like, oh, I guess, you know, she quit. And it's like, no, I'll be back, you know. And you'll be doing the same thing and I'll be back and, you know, doing me and we'll both be fine. Like you worry about you, I'll worry about me. You don't have to gatekeep and say that like, you know, this person's not a comic anymore. You don't work hard enough. Like that's for me to decide. You can't decide if I'm working hard enough. I work every fucking day, my ass off. I don't have any time. Like I'm so proud of myself for how hard I work. And stand up is, you know, extremely important to me, but I also got to keep the roof over my head. Yeah. I got to do the music projects that make me happy. You know, I'm working with my dad on his like project that he's doing right now, which I also can't really talk about, but it's like, you know, stand up will always be there. It's all good.
You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. And, you know, you've done so much with your podcast. And
yeah. Oh, I'm doing a show in August with Kevin. Like that'll be my first show back August 5th. It's like a Friday or something in Harlem. That's like going to be my first bit back, and then I'll go up a little more. You've graciously offered me spots. I'm going to take them once I get up a little bit before that. And, you know, you just do things as they make sense to you. You don't have to do 7 mics a night, you know, to be a comic. Like, it's how you be a great comic, but, like, you can still be a comic and, like, do it in your own way. Totally.
Yeah. I think that I really respect your approach to comedy and who you are as an artist. I think it's awesome.
I respect you 100% too. Like you are you. You are nobody else. No one is like you. Like, you know, that's another thing too. Like one reason why you pound the pavement so hard is to like learn who you are. Once you know who you are, and you know, of course, we're both young. Like we're still learning about ourselves. We're growing all the time. We're going to be wildly different in 5 years and still really young and hot, which is like, what a time to be alive, right? But you know, you got to learn who you are, and then things get easier. But in order to learn who you are, you got to like do that work also, but you know who you are. So
yeah, I feel for me, I'm like, yeah, I definitely have this addiction to work, an addiction to addiction to getting on stage, addiction to like where I want my career to be, to almost a place where I literally was saying in the car before I got here, I was like, I need to get better at saying no, because I don't know how to take time for myself at all. And I know that if I don't take time for myself some point in the next week or two, like it's going to reflect negatively in my work. And I always say this about myself, but I love working because like it's what I love more than I love stand-up more than anything. I love podcasting. I love Twitch. That's like those are my people, you know? And like, but it is an energy drain to stream. It is.
Totally. Oh my God. Yeah. And we did it for like a half hour and I was like, wow.
It does drain my energy to do all of the things I do. Podcasting, streaming, photo shoots, stand-up, but it's what I love to do. And I have a goal. Like I have a thing that I want more than anything in the world that I've wanted since I was in first grade. And
me too. That's why we do what we do.
So but I just have such a problem like saying no. And I have such a problem. Like I'll literally be like, okay, Thursday, I'm not doing anything. And then it's like, look at my calendar. I'm like, God damn it. I've added so many things for Thursday. So I really almost have to, I almost have to like, you know what I have to do? I think I have to like book a hotel somewhere else because I can't even take a day off here because I'm going to add stuff. Like I literally have to be like, book a hotel like an hour away with my dog and be like, sorry, I literally physically can't. Like tonight, I was like, oh my God, I just have the podcast. I'm done at 7. Bada bing, bada boom. And then someone's like, hey, can you host my show tonight? I'm like, yep. It's just like, I can't. Well,
you're not going to say no to an opportunity. You're not dumb.
I can't say no. I can't say no.
I know, but like you're also, taking the opportunities that people are giving you and you're smart in doing that. So you do have to let yourself relax a little bit and prevent burnout. But also like you're getting to do really fun shit all the time. And
at some point, awesome. I think...
This is what I'll do. I'll kidnap you. I'm going to literally take a sack, okay? A black sack. And I'm going to put it over your head. I'm just going to drive up to your house and I'm going to go into your place and I'm going to take your dog and I'm going to be like, shh.
My ex used to text me he would do this to try and turn me on. No, I'm kidding.
Is it working? No. I'm going to kidnap you and not fuck you, okay? Not everyone who kidnaps you is going to fuck you. If I kidnap you, I'm going to take you to a nice restaurant and maybe a water park. And we can bring the dog too. That's fine. But I'll set up a date.
Yes.
We will go on like a daycation.
Night and day.
Well, of course. 24 hours.
2 day.
Fine. Shit. As long as you don't schedule things where we're going. That's why I can't tell you where we're going. That's why it has to be a kidnapping. Because if I tell you, you're going to be like, oh, we got a spot in Wisconsin.
I know.
It's great. We're going to be on a dairy farm.
We're performing for 15 cows.
You know what our problem is? We're addicted to attention and distraction. Because, yeah. Oh, 100%.
No,
not in a bad way. Not in a shitty way. I will absolutely say it about myself. I am absolutely addicted to attention and distraction. I need to work hard all hours of the day or else the bad thoughts seep in. And I love attention from other people. That's why I love being on stage. It's for me and I love the feedback. It's the best feeling in the world.
I don't feel like it's about attention. I feel like it's like I feel like it's like a community experience. Like I could be fine at a show watching other people's stuff and like not
100%.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's
I don't feel like it's
though.
Just like attention.
Not I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean like you just want attention. It's just like we love the people energy. We love the feedback. We love like.
But that's not, attention's just not. It's not. I feel like attention's.
It is for me. I am addicted to attention.
I feel like attention is a misconstrued word. I just feel like when you use that word, yes, like I like it's like, yes, I want to be a fucking star. But also when I use the word attention, it just makes people's mind go away from the art, which is the thing that I care about.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
There's nothing shallow about you or anything that you do. Like, it's okay to say that, like, you like feedback, Attention is a shitty word. And especially if you've been growing up being accused of, like, wanting attention.
I'm an only child!
That is true. That is true.
We need to move this along.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I bought a new deck today. It's the Cosmic Tarot. It's the Cosmic Tarot.
It's pretty.
Let's break it in. Oh my God, it's actually fucking beautiful.
Oh, it is really pretty. Do you have any tattoos like that? Any tarot?
I have a High Priestess tattoo, but I do need to get like a tarot card tattoo.
I love like the tarot card tattoos.
Do you want to shake it up?
Sure. What does the High Priestess mean?
The High Priestess.
Are you just a high priestess? You just smoke a lot of weed and you're a priestess?
I'm high as fuck. She's kind of got like psychic abilities. Mm. She is kind of like...
I didn't really kiss it with my mouth.
You can kiss it. All right, have we shuffled?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, I love it. Imagine we pulled the High Priestess.
Then I would get the tattoo.
Oh my God.
What do we do?
I don't know. There's like a lot of cards giving me energy right now. Which one do you feel?
This one's all tipped.
But that one had a thing.
Had a thing?
All right, fine. The Chariot. Oh, I've actually been getting this card a lot, the Chariot.
What is it?
Also, I'll read the High Priestess to you because I felt like I was going to fuck it up. Okay, the High Priestess protects all secrets in nature with her power, meaning mystery, hidden knowledge, intuition, initiation, the unconscious, mental power, silence, superstition, presumption, superficial. Okay, that's a really good description. She's kind of just like the all-powerful, like psychic, like on top. She's like the queen. The High Priestess is like the fucking queen bitch.
That's you, baby.
Okay. All right. The Chariot. My understanding of the Chariot. Wow, can we do this without a book? All right. My understanding of the Chariot, it's like...
It's a black horse and a white horse. So does that mean that I love diversity?
Wow, that's a really good interpretation. The book that I read from usually says something about like the Chariot is kind of like you are about like harnessing the power of hard work.
Hell yeah.
But let me see if I'm right. God, this book is stinky.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what is this smell, dude?
These cards are probably 39 years old. Probably not even a real store.
Underneath a canopy of stars, a man in his chariot pulled by two fast horses, meaning triumph, mental and physical balance, commitment, dynamic, examination, hard work, obstacles, failure. Okay, I really understand the meaning of the Chariot. This book sucks. For me, no, this book is like not explaining things right. No, really? For me.
I believe you.
No, listen. For me, okay, fuck this.
Wow. Oh my God. I made her upset.
No, I'm not upset. I'm just getting to the bottom of it.
I made her so upset. Natalie's mad at me. I pulled the wrong card and now the podcast is ruined. The Chariot.
It's about overcoming conflicts, moving forward, keep going through sheer hard work and commitment and be victorious. So it's like harnessing the energy of hard work.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Is that what I said?
What, like in the book?
Yeah, no, before.
Kind of. It was that was a little clearer of a definition.
What is the book? Oh, Wild Unknown.
Do you know how to do like the whole thing?
Yeah.
There's like a couple ways to do it, right? It's not just like one way. I don't know. I've seen like different spreads. I don't know. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon. That's how I taught my brother how to read. The Japanese nonsense words.
I'm so upset that this is not. Okay, the Chariot asks you to set goals. Believe in your power to overcome adversity.
That's all I do.
To overcome, it's like
I overcame adversity to be here today. I went to the wrong place.
Yeah, you did. I felt like it was my fault. I overcame adversity.
We overcame adversity by finding each other
I just feel
and becoming friends.
The Chariot is about hard work.
Hey, man.
But it's like,
that's right.
I feel like, okay, there's this book that I always read from, and it says something about like, you are riding the horse. That is the hard work. But can you harness the energy of the horse when you're not riding it?
Ooh, let's unpack that. Can you harness the energy of the horse when you're not ready? So can you set yourself up for success and then effectively maintain it and keep the lessons that you learned in your mind so that you don't fuck up? Is that what it is? That makes sense to me.
But it's like hard work. It's a good card. The Major Arcana is all
yeah.
Even the Death card's good because it's new beginnings. I mean, the Major Arcana is sex, love, rock and roll.
Shouts out to the Major Arcana.
Anyone watching this is like, listen, I'm learning, okay? I'm trying to teach myself about tarot. I'm learning.
We're all learning.
You guys don't even believe in it, so it's beautiful.
They don't?
It's a beautiful deck. Well, some of them do.
I
Look
love
at the
tarot.
8 of Pentacles. She's gorgeous.
Isn't this
honey.
cheating?
No, we're looking at the beautiful art.
It is really beautiful art. It reminds me of the Smashing Pumpkins, album art.
Yes, love them. Okay, Lauren, we're gonna do a quick 5 for the 10 for the Patreon.
Oh my God! Wow, this is so good for you guys.
What is
the 10 cards?
No. First, we're gonna tell everyone where people can find you.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll move to the Patreon. So Lauren, where can everyone find you? And I love you.
I love you so much. Thank you for having me. You guys can find me on Instagram at Lauren Des Leroux, LaurendesLeroux. I have a dating service. I'll help you fuck people in your area. It's called Lauren's List. At It's Lauren's List on Instagram and Twitter. And
there's a guarantee in here.
A guarantee?
Yeah, should a manufacturing defect be found in this deck before it's been extensively used, we will be glad to replace it.
If you get that card, that literally means you're going to die in a fire.
No, the death card is so beautiful.
Also, check out Lauren's Dream House on YouTube. Just look up Lauren's Dream House and you'll see me in my tub. The following segment was intended for Patreon only, but it was so funny we decided to show everyone just this once. Enjoy.
So, Lauren.
Yes, Natalie.
I guess, God, these cards are sexy.
They're really beautiful. Really, really beautiful.
My last Patreon behind the scenes, I did a fun Would You Rather with my mother.
Oh, I like that. Also, we should get a camera for you that does top down too, so that you can see the cards. Future. Wait, so what? Are we doing Would You Rather?
We could do a Would You Rather. We could do a fun fact. We could do 2 truths and a lie. You pick.
Let's do Would You Rather. It's funny.
You go first.
Philosophy. So I ask you. God damn it.
Okay, fine. I'll go. Would you rather...
Do you have a good one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I'll make it up on the spot. Would you rather be Kyle XY, no belly button, or be... Teletubbies, there's a TV on your stomach?
Oh, wow. TV on your stomach would be really good for who's ever going down on you.
They can't really see it, though.
But if they peek, I got a little bit of a belly, they would be able to see it. Also, who the fuck needs a belly button? That shit gets fucked up when you're pregnant anyway. Who wants that?
So you're picking the TV?
I think I'd be so happy with both, but I'll pick the TV. Yeah, sure. Who's got
really?
Yeah, it'd be like a cool upgrade, like a hardware upgrade.
Do you think having a TV on your stomach would make you
not be able to shower?
No. Would it make you IG famous a little bit? Do you think you'd have this quirk that no one else had, and you'd be sexy pics with a TV on your stomach, or no?
People would be like, oh, I wish the game was on, and I would stand on a table and just be like, I'd be like, what channel? And you'd have to touch my nipples to change the channel. How would you change the channel? That's the thing. If it was only one channel, then no. If I can change the channel,
what
then
if you
yes.
can pick the channel?
But it's only one channel?
What if it's more like a Roku?
Is it a jailbroken Roku?
What do you mean?
Where you get stuff for free illegally?
Oh. Well, you're going to have a Netflix subscription.
Is it a Chinese
No. You have to have a Netflix subscription and Hulu, so it's only the stuff that you pay for.
Well, then, yeah, at that point, I could probably get a sponsor. Then they would be able to buy my subscriptions for me. I think that
you don't already subscribe to those things?
I don't know what I'm paying for anymore. I know that
it's okay if you're using someone else's password. That's fine.
Okay.
You can
Oh, when you put it that way. Babe, could you put your password in?
I don't even know how I got here.
Well, all right. That was a really, really good one.
Okay, your turn.
I have a lot to think about.
Your turn.
Hopefully that's possible soon. Would you rather have a feeding tube or never be able to smoke anything ever again?
A feeding tube?
Yeah. So like you can't swallow.
No,
food.
I'd never be able to smoke. That's crazy. I love food.
Yeah.
I love food.
Good.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
Because I can eat edibles. Because that's nuts.
Yeah.
And I think that they're going to have a patch soon. I just feel that they'll have a patch where you can put weed in your body. I just feel it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they do like topical, like in a cream.
Oh
right?
my God, I laughed hard.
I wish mine was that good, but I didn't know I was going to be doing a would you rather.
I didn't either. Oh, geez.
What were the other options?
Huh?
Would you rather?
Oh, two truths and a lie.
And a lie. All right, here's 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
My hair is naturally blonde.
Uh-huh.
My grandparents were touring jazz musicians. And I'm allergic to nearly every fruit and vegetable.
I don't think your hair is naturally blonde.
Correct.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I sleep with my hand in my pants.
I do that.
I have an extra flap on one ear. And I have a fantasy about living in Vietnam.
Well, this is hard. I'm gonna say Vietnam sure is beautiful. You have an extra flap on your ear?
In one ear.
Like, so you got 3 lobes?
No, it's like a little.
I'm sending you to Vietnam. I found your vacation. You're going right to Nam with your crazy ear. Get that shit away from me. And get your hands out of your pants. It's like having an extra chromosome, I think.
So what do you think the lie is?
I mean, we all know what the lie is.
What's the lie?
That there's no way that you have an extra flap on your ear because no one would like you if that was true. I'm just trolling. Yeah, no one's ever had a fantasy about living in Vietnam. It's more of a flashback at that point. That's reserved for war doers. No one really likes being there unless you have to be. Fuck. Well, I learned a lot about you.
My mother actually has a fantasy of going on vacation there.
Really?
That's why I thought of it.
For a new husband? Why?
She just loves to think about travel.
loves to think about travel. Does she travel? No. Okay.
She loves to think about it, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hot there. It's
I will
hot,
show
and
you
they
my
don't
flap.
like us
I'll show you
very
my
much.
flap.
Yeah, let's go.
It's on this ear. Okay, so
Which one?
this one right here.
There's nothing.
There's the flap right there. So if you were to go like this to my ears,
Yeah.
that you'd stop short. If you were to go like this to my ears, you'd stop short at an extra flap right here.
That's normal.
No. My father, he used to clean my ears, and he would always go for the extra flap. So if you go around, my ears are not symmetrical. There's an extra flap on this side.
I guess I don't have a flap.
Anyway, I think this was a solid Patreon episode, don't you?
Very much so. Next time I'll show you my deviated septum.
Thanks for watching.
Later, guys. Love you. Wow.